Well, Phil, we found Jake here, just on the edge of the trouble.
Yep.
So what?
Jake, you notice how that club's getting impeded a little.
Yep.
Don't be afraid to go down the bottom of the grip. Yeah, really shorten it down, and you'll find the push isn't going to get in your way anywhere as much. And once again, how much swing are you going to need here to get it? You're only going to fly the ball about 20 metres. You certainly don't have to fly it to the pin.
No. If
you can fly it 20 metres, you'll get the downslope. It'll run on the middle of the green somewhere. And I just think that's what should be your thought process. Maybe 25 metres you need to hit the ball.
Yep.
So how much swing do you need to do that? Good. Focus on the shot, trust your shot, and complete. Okay, now to stay there, what I'd like to do is when you play those shots, when you actually hit the shot, hold your finish and say, right, did I really practice to go that far?
Yeah.
So then the more you play the shot, the more you do it, the more you'll realise the backswing and the follow through on the practice has to marry up, because you've actually, your thought process was very good and just a matter of execution. I like on these particular shots because I want control. I like to play it with my back foot flat on the ground. No need to come up with this shot. If you can look at your golf game and think, well, I don't lift my feet with my putting because I want control. So with this shot, I'd like to see you have a little practice and just play the shot with your back foot down on the ground, even after you've hit the ball. Let's just see if we can get a little bit more control. So try your backswing and your follow through. See how the foot wants to come up?
Yeah.
Okay, now keep it, no, even then, it's not allowed to come up at all. Practice, no, keep the back foot down. It's a tough one to get, but once you get it, you'll really start to compress the ball nicely at the bottom of your arc. Keep that back foot down. It wants to come up, doesn't it?
It does.
Really
Tell you
does.
what, it comes up with his head. So if he kept his head down as well, if it might.
Yeah, I just think it's stability is the big thing I like to work with my students. Really keeping compact and downstairs really quiet, so the arms then control how far the ball goes. Does that make sense to you, Jake?
Yep.
Good man. Let's see if you can hit this with your back foot flat on the ground and control the length of the backswing and follow through. Stay there. Now that was with your back foot flat on the ground. Now it was a much better shot because it wasn't as active. If you can imagine what happens when the club stays low and you stay low with it, you'll have so much more control. Yeah, it wants to come up there?
Yep.
Okay, good. And there's so much more control of your backswing and your follow through. So instead of thinking about it being a mini golf swing, just think about it being a specialist shot. Just that specialist shot. You'll get really good at it.
Cheers.
Well done. Okay, Jake, so let's see what you learned there. You found the spot where you want to hit it to. Now obviously with what we just spoke about, keeping the feet quiet, you can see why you're doing that. You just want the control of your backswing and your follow through. And I'd say you're probably going to try and land the ball up here somewhere. Does that make sense to you?
Got a 52. I'm just going to put a bit more loft under it, I think.
What club have you gone to?
I went to a 60 actually.
Okay, good. So landing it somewhere up around here would be a good mark. So you only have to hit the ball about 10 or 12 yards to land it there. So obviously we don't need any foot action going at all. We just want to control the club head back and through so it's nice and low. It's a nice lag on the shaft. I like that technique. Much quieter downstairs. That's a terrific shot. How's that back foot looking?
Go in. Oh boy.
Foot up or is it down?
It rose as I looked through the shot. That was down.
But have a look.
It
It hit the pin and
Really?
bounced back. Yeah, hit the
Wow,
pin.
what a shot. Great shot, well done.
Lucky the pin was there, it would have gone 3 foot past. Great shot from that distance, wasn't it?
Excellent.
Good lesson, Phil. He's a pretty quick study, this boy.
We fix it up very, very quickly. Now the trick with these greens around here is always look from both sides, so you get an idea and you feel it in your feet as you're walking down. You know, there's a lot of the players these days, Adam Scott et al., they're all using aim point plus, where they're feeling the slopes in their feet. I don't quite go to that standard, but what I'm actually doing here is looking at this putt. I can see the green falls that way, so I'm going to aim the left edge of the hole. It's a little bit down breeze, which is pushing it that way. So I'm going to aim left edge. I'm going to be quite cautious with this putt. I've had it before, I know how fast it is. So I'm going to aim just left of the hole. You notice my practice stroke isn't too long. So I'm trying to replicate when I play the putt with my practice stroke. And you notice very much so when after I hit it, I actually hold the finish, and you see that ball rolling down towards the hole. And I'm not disappointed in that, and I've still held the finish there when I finished the putt off. So I've tried to hit it left, hold the finish, stay low, and don't move. I'm happy enough to have a 1 foot putt from a par today.
Very good. Well, I got a little bit longer putt than Phil, and but so he's made his par, and I'm uphill. I can see like we're uphill, I'm uphill, and the slope's right to left.
Peter, don't forget to factor the wind into play. You are coming into the wind as well. On the peninsula down here, we have a lot of wind, and it can affect the ball up to a metre, metre and a half on a putt like this. So factor that in, because it's very steep up to the hole. So factor the fact that you're going into the wind, uphill, quite a slope there.
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
Yep, we're lucky today. It's just a gentle breeze, but it is uphill. Uh-oh. I didn't hit that one properly. Well, I got a visual on this. No, not a good putt. Well, the putt wasn't so bad, I just misread it.
Okay, Peter, I know, and we can now see that was a very, very steep putt up the hill here. Now, that green's are enormous width here and length here, and there's a lot of territory between that particular putt and this hole, and you can see the slope looking back down there as well.
It was very slow up there.
Yeah, very slow. I'd like to discuss something.
Very fast this way.
Fast this way, slow up the hill because it's very steep. I'd like to discuss something with you, and we can come back down here, Peter, and let's just have a talk about this first putt. And something I talk to my students about here at Moona Links all the time